actually doing is I do have Uber Eats and I have Grubhub on as well, but I am, looking at Instacart, seeing if there's any orders that I am willing to take at this time. And what I'm actually doing is the offers has been like showing in the opposite direction. So what I'm doing is I'm driving further away to see if they'll disappear, and I'll get some that's in the area that I prefer to shop in. And so I've been trying to follow Jen on the Go algorithm and understanding of, how to get orders. Because I do this part-time, I'm not able to go sit, and wait for orders to come through. So I usually just turn on the app when I'm at home and go from there. But I had to drop Papa off, so I was like, come on, let me go ahead and see exactly what's the dealio. So as you can, I'm honestly, it's showing me Charlotte, Morrisville, Cornelius. Okay, here go one. So I'm headed in this city direction, Harrisburg. That's really not an ideal order for me anyway, but so I'm not going to pick that up. But I'm just looking and scanning and seeing is more of them gonna pop up, because there's multiple grocery stores in this area that I can actually pick up from. So, but Publix is a highly requested grocery store in this area. They have Harris Teeter. Lowe's is another store that you can go ahead and pick up from. Lowe's Food, not the other store. Here go look, one for Charlotte. That is further away. So the customer is 11.6 miles, and it's probably more than likely. And this is the first time I've seen a Sephora pop up. Now, I know that Instacart has been doing Sephora, but this is the first time I've seen it pop up. So yeah, so I'm just still driving towards actually that Publix to see, what happens, and as well as waiting to see if I get any Uber Eats or Grubhub orders. At this current time, nothing has happened. I have been slow, and I just realized that Papa did not hand me the gas plate card. So yeah, I'm still driving away from that area, and I think it's like I said, because North Carolina is a big circle, and this city can possibly get me to Mooresville. So I think that's why it's populating. But Salisbury is like a good 30-35 minutes away in the opposite direction. Okay, here go one right here, and I'm gonna take that one. All right, y'all, I'll be back. So usually I don't select it until after I look at the items, but I did, and so now I'm just scrolling to see exactly what I got myself into. And I noticed that there is some heavy items, but not enough where I would drop this particular order. The distance, the amount, and the items themselves was up my alley. So let me go ahead and get to shopping. Hey, I'm back from shopping that order. The customer was not responding, y'all, at all. And so there was only one item that Instacart had it in there as one brand, but it was another. So I showed the customer this is the right brand, it's just the name is off. Then two, they only had one package of the cookies that the customer wanted, and I asked if he wanted a replacement. Nothing. So I just got him that one package. Then there was this priority item he wanted for the for Pedialyte, and they didn't have the Always My Baby in that flavor. They had it in every other flavor, and then they had the regular. But I haven't had Pedialyte in a while, so I know that they had made some changes because of the taste of it. So I couldn't on my own make the decision to replace it with the regular one unless the customer actually responded. So he didn't, so I refunded that item. So, and I'll see exactly what I end up getting when I'm done. He is literally not that far from the location. He's literally 3 minutes. I'm literally about to turn on his street to drop off his items. So I definitely will get back with you all when I am done unloading from this customer. I'm back, and it was a hand-to customer, and he said to call, but when I called, he didn't pick up. And then and as you know, that I have been communicating with him throughout the whole situation, so he wasn't responding. But then I rang the doorbell, and he came to the door, and then he let me know that he hadn't been feeling well, so he didn't really hear the phone or anything like that. So I was just gonna go back out of my pocket and get him the Pedialyte, because he clearly needed the Pedialyte, but he said he was just trying to stock up on Pedialyte. And so now that makes sense why in his order he had all that soup, because he probably can't hold down nothing really, really heavy. So yeah, so it made me feel sad, but I wasn't talking bad about it. I just couldn't figure out why he wasn't responding when I was clearly communicating. But that's okay. So I turned back on Uber Eats. Well, I looked at Instacart, and it was like a order for like, I think $27, and then, but it was like going 25 miles, and I was like, yeah, no. So I turned back on Uber Eats, and I got an order to go to which or something, you know, the sandwich place. And so it's not far from where I'm located, and yeah, it's like $12 and I think 96 cents. And I didn't get a chance to talk to you and let you know that this week has been awesome for me. I have been able to meet, I had set myself a goal this week, because in order for me to meet my goal of sending money to my debt and saving to build up my tax sinking fund, I needed to ensure that I made a certain amount this particular week. So it was $350 I needed to be at to reach my monthly goal to send a certain amount to each of those. I was able to do my site gets 4 days out of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I usually do during the week $50. I decided to stretch it to $60, and I am happy to say that I really pushed myself. And it was not really pushing, they were pushing me some good orders. One day it got a little like, are you serious? And then they got their act together, and they started sending me some better orders. And so I was happy about that. So in order to reach the goal of the $350, I actually only need, I believe, $68 this weekend. So that's why I was dragging my feet this morning, because on the weekend, with the time that I have, I can make that. But I just was like, take my time. So with this, the order I just did, I don't know how much, it was like $31, I believe I showed y'all. And so with the fact that I did have to refund an item, that definitely will change the tip amount. So I am guessing that I'm sitting right at 28. I'm gonna go with the 28. I don't know. And then with this order, it's about $12. What is that? 40. So I say that's like 40. I'm at $40. That's how I think. Like, I shorten it so I can exceed it. So I'm at 40. So I only need to make actually $28 more. And that is so exciting, y'all. So I may be able to do that today and have my Sunday to myself. Okay, so but we'll see how it go. And as always, see you when I get to the restaurant. I'm back. I got a call, got a text, didn't come back. But let me show you exactly what the customer ordered, because she ordered a lot of sandwiches, and he did have a milkshake, and they do cover the little hole, but I still put it in the bag because I just feel comfortable like that. So that was all good. Additionally, the customer lives 18 minutes from that sandwich location, and I'm 100% sure that there is literally there's a sandwich, the same restaurant is less than 5 minutes away from where the customer lives. So I am not sure why this location was selected. Like, it's no rhyme or reason why it was selected. Maybe they wasn't available to take in an order, and so this one was, and so that's why it reverted to that. I don't know. You know exactly why or how these orders are being chosen, let me know, because that's weird. But I'm literally less than 2 minutes away from the customer house, so I'm gonna pull up, drop off their items, and I'll come back to you when I receive something else. Yeah, I'm back. I did receive 2 notifications for a pickup prior to the one I just accepted. So the first one was to this Indian restaurant, but and the reason why I declined it is because the Indian restaurant wasn't far from where I was located, but the customer was. And so now I'm able to figure out where the customer is. Now sometimes they trick you in Uber Eats because they'll just give you the address and not the city. So I have to figure out, like, when it just shows me the address, what city they're referring to. Because last time, one of these orders I took actually 30 minutes because the address, it showed me the address but not the city. So that's why I declined the first one. The second one I declined is because it's Party City, and I'm still not sure what you're picking up at Party City for Uber Eats, and I'm just not curious just yet. I'll be curious if the person lived in the city, because again, another pickup from the Party City that I was near, but the customer was far. So I'll pick up a Party City, show you exactly what these customers are ordering in Party City through Uber Eats, and to be exact, like when it's like in the city, the same city I'm picking up in Party City. That's it. So I am headed to pick up a Zaxby order. This customer, I was near Zaxby's, and the customer does not live far from the Zaxby's, so that's why I went ahead and pick it up. I think it's like $8.21, so it's lower than I usually pick up, but after declining the other 2, I decided to just go ahead and pick this one up, and then we'll see what else I am able to get going forward. So let me go ahead and get to Zaxby. I'm like less than a minute, probably 30 seconds away from the turn in, and I'll show you exactly what the customer ordered when I get back. All right, picking up the items from Zaxby's. Like I said, the customer is 5 minutes away. They did let me know that this order actually has been sitting there for over an hour. So yeah, so it is a hint to customers, because I am actually delivering to a business, and I can gain access inside the business, so they have to come out to where I'm at. So we'll see what happens when I get there, if that person was able to notice that they got notification that somebody picked up the order, that they're on the way, that I don't have to sit there and wait for this person to actually, come out and hold up the process. Uber Eats is running a promotion, 3 trips get $1.50, and so this will be my second trip, and then hopefully my next trip will be my last trip, and then I can go chill for the rest of the day. And so that's what we want. That's what we want, to chill for the rest of the day. So I'll definitely tune y'all in when I get to the location to see exactly what happens. All right. So I just dropped that off, and the customer actually had a coworker come out and get it. And from, like I said, from my understanding, that the items was out there for like an hour. And I just told the coworker, it was out there for an hour, but I literally just was assigned it. So I didn't want her to say, oh, my food was cold, oh, something wrong with it, oh, she's taking on her time. No, it had nothing to do with me. It had nothing to do with me. So hopefully that doesn't change anything about my rating. Not too many customers rate on Uber Eats anyway, but when they do, I don't want it to be bad. So I'm gonna head back into the area I was at, and I'm gonna see if we get pushed anything more from Uber Eats so we can end our day. All right, see when I get the next order. So I decided to look on Instacart, and it was like this simple Instacart order for like $10 for 2 items, right here where I just dropped off the Uber Eats customer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I did check my earnings from that last customer, and right now it's sitting at $30. So with that $30 plus the $12.96 for the Uber Eats customer, that has me at like $42. With the customer I just dropped off, is like $8 and some change, so that's at $50. This one is $10. So it has me where I need to be, where I can pick up another Uber Eats order, meet the Uber Eats goal of $1, 3 orders, get an extra $1.50, as well as meet the goal that I'm trying to meet. So we are on task and knocking it out. So I'm actually going to take you in with me when I do the shop. It's an easy shop. At this time, it shouldn't be no problem, and we should be good to go.
Have a good one.
Okay, I finished that order and I tried my best to record as much as possible, and I know it's like chopped. I'm gonna have to chop and screw it so y'all can get an idea, because it was like I was trying to do a dual screen, I was trying to do a pop-up screen, I was trying to screen record, I was trying to do everything. But as you know, you have to scan the items because the you have to scan the items, so you have to use your camera. So my camera was like in use, then it clicks off, then it hang up. So I'll definitely try to figure out what's the best way to take y'all in. Well, I shouldn't have went that way. I'll be forgetting. They be holding up this way. Let me turn around and go out this way. But yeah, so it just tickled me so bad that I was having a hard time. She's about 9 minutes away from the location, so I'm going to head to drop this off to her. And I did greet her and let her know that that I finished your order. Simple. It was my pleasure, and so on and so forth. So I see y'all when I get back and when I get another order. Okay, I am back. And what happened is, after I dropped off that Instacart order from Publix, the delivery only, what I decided to do is turn on Uber Eats, because I said I was going to try to do another one so I can get that promotion. And in the interim, I also called my little sis, because she had been helping me calculate what I have been making during the week. So while I've been on the road, so I called her and I was like, I'm almost to reaching my goal of the $68. And she was like, $68? You got to make 81. I said, what? And then it dawned on me. I remember because I said I was only going to do 40 on Saturday and 40 on Sunday. Make it easy peasy day. And so I was like, I said, well, let's calculate where I'm at right now to see exactly where I need to actually finish today. So she was like, cool. So she helped me calculate everything, and I needed $16 more to be able to end the day. And so I was like, oh, okay. Let me turn on Uber Eats, and hopefully they send me a $16 order, and we'll be good to go. And so I did that. Me and her end up hanging up. So I end up looking on Instacart, and on Instacart, I said, if it's a $16 order that makes sense, I'll grab it. And there was a $17.51 one that I seen, and it didn't make sense for me to take that. And so then I scrolled up just a little, and then a $27 one for 22 items at Public popped up. I grabbed that real quick. I didn't even know what was in it, y'all. I was like, Lord, I hope it's not a heavy pay order, which means that it's a lot of cases and stuff. And lo and behold, it was not. It was not. And so I had to do, she had replacements, which was awesome. Like those, like customers out there, if you watch my videos, we like those customers who give us the replacement, because at this point it's your choice. It's not my choice, and you shouldn't allow an app or a person who don't live with you to, you know, choose what you're gonna consume. And how you doing? I am pulling up, and I'm going to unload. So I will see y'all soon. Oh wait, I almost turned in the wrong driveway, y'all. See, there go me inverting those numbers again. So let me go ahead and get to this customer, and we'll be done. All right, y'all, at the right address. See y'all when I tell y'all what I earned for the week. In order to find out what I earned for the week, we must first find out what I earned in each platform, starting with the platform I earned the least in, which was Shipt, for the 4th week in a row. That was for order pay and promo of $11.63, and the tips were $4.24. So they gave me a total of $15.87. One thing that I noticed that was different since the Shipt update was I was not notified of this tip, and I didn't notice it until around Thursday. So that was the only difference that I noticed with that, because I honestly said, you know, I was done with Shipt in the beginning. I wasn't going to do anymore because simply this one order didn't. It was another week, another order, no tip. The next platform was Grubhub, and that was for $19.45. The delivery pay was $8.55, and the tips were $10.90. That was just for one order. And then I did turn on Grubhub every day that I've been out, and the only order that I received since that 23rd was this one order from McDonald's that I rejected because it was a low ball offer. The next platform was Uber Eats, and it was for $89.04. Online, I was 5 hours and 9 minutes. That was for 8 trips. All of my customers tipped. The breakdown is the net fare was $47.79. The promotions was $5.44, and the tips were $35.81. So that brought the total earnings to the $89.04. The only thing that I have to gripe about Uber Eats is that now I'm learning to navigate the app a lot better, being that sometimes when they send you an order, they only send you the street information and not the street in the actual city. And if you're not familiar with that street, being in any city that you want to go to, you may want to decline it, because more than likely it is one that is far. The last platform, and the platform I earned the most in, was actually in Instacart, and it was for $237.09. I was active in the app 11 hours and 30 minutes. The batches that I received was 10, or the ones that I selected was 10. Instacart payment was $96.87, and the tips were $140.22. I credit the high amount this week in Instacart with me being very selective with batches. Choosing batches based on location, choosing batches based on what's in there, setting standards, not taking in batches lower than a certain amount. Though on Saturday I did take in 2 low batches because I thought that was going to ease me into my goal. And then I realized that I was still $16 away from my goal. And therefore, I had to take on another batch. So on Tuesday, I did 2 batches and both were over $20. And one was a 2 full service order. One was a single order. And then on Wednesday, I did 2 batches. One was for 21 and the other one's for 29. And they were just single orders. On Thursday, I did a 3 full service order. Yes, I did. I did it again, y'all. And the reason why I did that is because these orders were not only spread out well enough where it wasn't like heavy on one end, heavy on the other. They didn't have a lot of produce. It was just right up my alley. So in the amount of items versus the actual amount, I felt was a good balance there. And then lastly, on Saturday, we have the order. I started off high with $30 and I ended with $27. So the total earnings for the week was $361.45. So I met my goal of $350 and exceeded it again. Now we have to push through to March. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to be part of my village. To all my returning subscribers, I thank you. Everyone hit that thumbs up and please share with your family, your friends, and your coworkers. Peace out.